today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason. And that can take you deep into January.
Tucker McCann's got it set up and ready to go. And off we go from Lambeau. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau will give them a sweep of the season series. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
It's going to be a long day.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to the ground, Cook. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. first carry now for Alexander Madison. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for him, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. He's not going to silence this crowd, but might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Check. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Drop deep.
Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Right there, 54. Right there.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
For the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
To throw is Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Three-0 after one on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers, and he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
McCann's got it teed up. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Madison running on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 3rd down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Adam Thielen. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly missed. It's second down now. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Rodgers. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Casey. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On 1st and 10, Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Check, 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. To the air again, it's Cousins. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He has been nearly impossible to throw on all year long. If it was me, I'd say he could go ahead and book that trip to the NFL Awards show in February. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I think. What do you think?
I would agree with you, and the reason why, because he takes the ball away, because he gets to the football. The only way a defensive back ever wins this award is because they have a number of interceptions, takeaways, knockdowns, all that. Add it all together, he's created a lot of big plays.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brent.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. On play action, Rodgers. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out,
touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Packers have retaken the lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
He wasn't hot. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. I can't believe it.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. And ahead to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark drops it for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, check Mike.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and now it's third down. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Once more, it's the fullback Ham. A strong running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Trying the power game with Ham. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Touchdown, defense. 44, Mike.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Ballantyne to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can...
Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. First down, here's Cousins. Oh, into a sea of defenders, and intercepted. Picked on by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones.
It's our time.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 87 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partners, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
McCann now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. McCann's got it teed up. Here comes Nelson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. To throw, Cousins. And quickly to Thielen here. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain. Still a ways to go, though. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Cousins throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, you got three down.
Now Cousins. Goes right back to Smith again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Cousins to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Cousins. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down.
Check.
Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Zach Davidson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
I got it. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Cousins will try and throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's get it together.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would should just about put a capper on this game. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Man, why are we doing this?
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check. 3.
One last shot now for Cousins. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end, we win. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Packers, they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And it's